Welcome back if you were here on the slow jam, and if you're just coming in hot for the mid-tempo, welcome. Here we are. I'm going to double check the live streams, make sure everything's working, and then we'll get to it with that song I was just sort of picking on there called Gonna Settle Down. I'm here again in Denver. My friend Chuck Molnar and his family let me use their place, and I'm super grateful to have this lovely spot with very high functioning internet that I'm able to do the live stream from. And we are right on the edge of some kind of serious storm, and I'm seeing some sun poking through now, but we had some good rumbly lightning strikes there during the slow jam. Okay, we are live. Everything's working on both Facebook and YouTube. So let's get to it. Gonna Settle Down in the key of G. Better check tuning right quick. It was a quick turnaround. I just barely had time to stand up and get a drink of water and start the new thread. So looks like I've gone just a tiny bit flat. Well, there's the old Martin thing. Close, and then it clicks and it goes over the note, and it only seems to happen on the G string. I don't know if your guitar does that, but this old guitar sure does. Okay, so this song in the key of G, I'm going to start by finding a tempo. And I will demonstrate it with the click just to kind of keep us on the right track here. So let's see. That's about right. So let's see, this song goes. One and a one, four and a one, one and one and a five, one and a one, four and a one, one and a five and a one. The chorus goes to the four, four and one, one, one and a five, one and a one, four and a one, one and a five and a one. All right, so there's the whole song with my little quick run through the way I do, showing you the changes and an approximation of the melody. So here is how I might take that melody and work it into a kickoff. It might go something like this. 1, 2, 3. I like bluesing this one up a little bit. Because I hear this one as a nice groovy, bluesy number. But however you're hearing it, however you're interpreting that melody, go ahead and kick us off, no matter what instrument you're playing. If you're playing bass, you do whatever, play rhythm, or you can take a hack at the melody. This is all for you, whatever you're working on. So here you go, kick us off on Gonna Settle Down in the key of G. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Tonight I'm all alone, no place to call my home. pack up my grip and take a long, long trip back to the one that I love so. I long to go back to my darling, back to the one I love so well. I know she'll be my wife and we'll settle down for life, for she's the one that means the world to me. I got her. I can't forget the day I left and went away. It told me I'd be sorry some old day. I found this to be true, so I'm headed back to you. Sweetheart, I'm tired and I wanna settle down. Oh, I long to go back to my darling, back to the one I love so well. I know she'll be my wife and we'll settle down for life, for she's the one that means the world to me. Play. Now when I get back to her, my rambling days are o'er. We'll build a little cottage on the hill. Think the days come by, sweetheart, just you and there we'll live so happy evermore. I long to go back to my darling, back to the one I love so well. No, she'll be my wife and we'll settle down for life, for she's the one that means the world to me. Sneaked in a couple of those Earl Scruggs banjo licks there on that last chorus. So when you are playing along with me, of course you are welcome to do instrumental fills. You know, you don't necessarily have to stick to what your role would be at that moment in the jam. This is for you to practice whatever you're practicing. However, I would encourage you to just at least spend some of the time sticking to what your role would be in the band and remember how this works in a group context and when you get together with others, as we've all been doing. Of course, this started during the pandemic when we weren't able to get together with others, and I kept telling people, like, don't forget how to jam with others, right? You know, you're in the safety of your home, you're doing whatever you want with this. But by now we've all been out in society and jamming, so you know what I'm saying. But guitarists, remember to work on your rhythm. You know, all of you instruments, remember to like work on your rhythm, your chops, your strums, whatever, you know, to keep up on that. And but you're welcome to do, you know, lots of instrumental fills during the verses. I'm going to kind of sneak a little fill in every now and then myself. And Doc Watson was the best at that. He could play and sing and do instrumental fills better than anyone. Okay, I'll do another song and then I'll check in with everybody. Let me know where you are, what you're doing, what you're playing, how you're doing. And you all can chat amongst yourselves in the meanwhile. Don't Let Your Deal Go Down. This is a song I do cover in my Artist Works course in the Flat Picking Academy. I think I titled it Don't Let the Deal Go Down because that's the public domain title. This is an old song that predates bluegrass. But of course, we all know the Flat and Scruggs version of this song. Now, I kind of do the Flat and Scruggs version, except I don't stop the way they do. I just play through. So in other words, in the key of G, it starts on the E chord, so it's a 6 dominant or a 6 major, to the 2 dominant, to the 5, to the 1. So in other words, you know, none of us are capoed here, or at least I'm not. You know, you might be capoed, but those of us who are thinking about concert key, it's a G, an E major, or an E7, an A major, or an A7, D major, or a D7, back to 1. So your D is the dominant chord, which means it can be a 7th, or it can be a major, whatever you prefer in that moment. But the 5 chord has that 7, the 7th note of the flatted 7 of itself in it. All these other chords are the same. They're dominant chords, so they can either be major or 7th. So I'm going to say it like this. In the key of G, we're starting on and 6 dominant to the 2 dominant to the 5 to the 1, right? 6 dominant to the 2 dominant to the 5 dominant to the 1. So I use that word dominant so you know that it's serving that function. It's acting as a 5 chord of whatever the next chord is. And that is to express clearly that it's not the minor, because the 6 is usually minor, right? And the 2 is usually minor. But if I say 6 dominant, then you know we're going for that major or the dominant 7th chord, okay? So that's what we call a round the horn progression. It goes 1, 6, 2, 5, 1. And it's like rhythm changes. I got rhythm, I got rhythm, I got my gal who can ask for anything more, right? It's a simplified version of what the Gershwin I Got Rhythm is, right? Which all the jazz players play as rhythm changes. Anyway, enough talk. Let's play Don't Let the Deal Go Down. My kickoff would go like this. 1, 2, 3. Something like that. Okay, and the tempo won't be that fast, don't worry. We're doing mid-tempo version of this song, and it'll live right about here. Okay, so remember you're starting on that E chord. You can do a walk down as your pickup notes, or whatever you want to do with your pickup notes. But that's the first chord I'm going to be strumming is the E. Here we go. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, I've been all around this whole wide world, been down to sunny Tennessee. Any old place that I hang my hat is home, sweet home to me. Honey, don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. Oh, honey, don't let your deal go down, 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 till your last gold dollar is gone. I got it. The last time I saw that gal of mine, she was standing in the door, saying, honey, I will be a long time gone. You'll never see your gal no more. Oh, honey, don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. Oh, honey, don't let your deal go down, 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 till your last gold dollar is gone. Play. I'm going on down to the railroad tracks, gonna bring my old rocking chair. And if these blues don't leave my mind, gonna rock on away from here. Oh honey, don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. Oh honey, don't let your deal go down, 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 till your last gold dollar is gone. Me then you. Play. Last chorus. Honey, don't let your deal go down. Don't let your deal go down. Oh, honey, don't let your deal go down, 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 till your last gold dollar is gone. Hey. So it's really, really fun to play over those changes. And you guitarists, if you're mystified, like I said, check out the Artist Works course. I get into that song and how to navigate those types of chord changes. All kinds of noise going on outside. Let me just make sure there's nothing I need to know about. Okay. That's just a neighbor cleaning their camper. Okay. Next we have, let's see where we're at here. How is everybody doing? Sandy is right back as always in Bakersfield. And Anita is back up in Michigan. Remember when you won the Flat Picket Championship? 20 years, yeah. Well, 20 years ago I won Rocky Grass, and that was in 2003. It wasn't until 2008 that I won the national championship. So close, 15 years. But I got second place at Winfield in 2005. So that was almost 20 years ago. And second place at Winfield is a win in my book. I mean, you win a nice guitar. It's a championship spot, even though you don't take first place. Okay, hello Sage Helperman, nice to see you. Sage here in Denver area, Commerce City, I believe. Tyler Van Valkenburg, hello Ty. And hello Ryan Dick, squirrel or bear? Okay. And hello Marilyn, Schnibby, Marilyn Schnibby, thank you for clearing me up on that. I think that's what you're expressing there. Okay, thanks for being here, Marilyn. Lee Stivers in Portland, Oregon. All right. You live too far away to attend. I know it's a remote spot. I fly to Pittsburgh and then shuttle down there or rent a car. That's my method. Let's see. Mike Utley, hello. From Vernal, packing for a Flaming Gorge trip. All right, wonderful. Nice to see you, Mike. I'm going to be right back out in Vernal here next week. Hello, Patty. Come see us at the Hunt House. I'd love to come back to the Hunt House. It's been a while. Down there in Marietta, Georgia. And hello, John Keegan, still in Mainville, Ohio, with your Bob Thompson guitar. Yep, fine West Virginia-made instrument. I have one of those as well. So I'm seeing that this glare might be a little bit distracting, so bear with me. I'm going to close this window. All right. Excellent lighting here at this place. These track lights above us. Oh, I see. That's just... That helped a little bit, but anyway, that glare looks like it's just going to be there. I kind of went and opened the window so I could check out the storm, but the storm seems to have blown over. Josh Edmondson, yes, I will be at Rocky Grass this weekend. How about that? First time in many years. So hope to see a bunch of you folks there. All right, here we go for Miss McLeod's Reel. This is one that, of course, I taught to my classes at Augusta Bluegrass Week. One of my favorite G major tunes, and just a good one for getting started on, picking tunes on the guitar. And most other instruments, it works very well also. So here's how it goes, chord changes. In the key of G. And a 1, and a 1, and a 1, and 1, and a 1, and a 5. 1 and a 1 and a 1 and 4, 4 and a 5 and a 1. 1 and a 1 and a 5. 4, 4 and 5 and a 1. 1 and 1 and 1 and a 1. 1 and 1 and 5 and 5. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. 4, 4 and 5 and a 1. Up high, ladies, 3 in a row. Up high, ladies, 3 in a row. Don't mind the weather when the wind don't blow. That's it. Thanks for bearing with my goofy little melody singing there. So here's how it goes. That's how it goes. That's the changes. So I'm going to kick it off because on the instrumentals it makes more sense if I'm kicking them off. And let's go ahead and play 3 times through. So I'll kick it, and then you play, and then I'll play it again, and then you play again, then I play again, and then you play again. 3 times each, and then you go ahead and tag it at the end of the 3rd time through. Here we go. I'll kick us off on Miss McLeod's Reel in the key of G. fun. I got a little bit adventurous on there, right? You don't have to be as adventurous as I am. I'm using this for my practice as well. So was on to a couple good things there. I didn't quite nail them like I hoped to, but I sure hope you did. I hope you enjoyed playing that and got everything you wanted to out of it. Okay, going to sleep with one eye open. Key of D. This is a call and response number. And I'm going to back down the tempo a little bit. We'll do kind of a groovy version of this. That's too slow. Split the difference. Okay, so key of D. 1 and a 1, 1 and a 1. 1 and 1 and a 5. And a 1 and a 1, 1 and a 1, 1 and 5 and a 1, 4 and a 1, and a 1 and 1 and a 5, and a 1 and a 1 and 1 and a 1, 1 and 5 and a 1. So that's how it happens when you sing it. When you're picking it, it doesn't do those holds during the verse. So in other words, when you're picking it, it's just 1 and a 1, 1 and a 1, 1 and 1 and a 5. You play right through. And when we're singing it, we do enough space for a little bit, or a little run between each line. Pretty common on lots of bluegrass songs, right? So here is how I might kick it off. 1, 2, 3. And that's the kickoff, so it's just on a verse. And how about we do this on the breaks? Let's do breaks on the verse and the chorus, but we'll trade them. So first time around, you'll kick it off like normal. We'll sing a verse and a chorus. And then I'll take the first break like normal, but then you take it to, then you play over the chorus after I play on the verse. And then we'll sing another verse chorus, and then you take that next break on the verse, and then you'll pass it on to me for the chorus the second time. Okay? So we'll each get a verse and a chorus ride, and you get the kickoff as usual. So here we go. Gonna sleep with one eye open. In the key of D, go ahead and kick us off. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I just found out today that little game you play. I've been asleep in my whole life away. You've been stepping, so they say, between midnight and day. Now I'm gonna sleep with one eye open from now on. From now on, all night long, all night long. You won't have a chance to treat your daddy wrong. You've been stepping, so they say, between midnight and day. So I'm gonna sleep with one eye open from now on. stepping, so they say, between midnight and day. So I'm gonna sleep with one eye open from now on. Play. There's a honky-tonk down the road, just a mile or so. And I understand that's where you spend your time. Well, I got news for you, your little game is through. From now on, baby, you're gonna toe the line. From now on, all night long, you won't have a chance to treat your daddy wrong. You've been stepping, so they say, between midnight and day. So I'm gonna sleep with one eye open from now on. Okay, I mixed up the second and the third verses. And that third verse is, you thought you was being wise, hanging around with other guys, leaving me to spend my time alone. Well, you'll find out today that it don't work that way. Nah. I got news for you, your little game is through. Find out today that it don't work that way. You've started a little game that two can play. Anyway, I'll get that right next time. Cool, how we doing? We still here? All right, we still got some folks playing along. We had a packed house on the slow jam. And yeah, we got some folks here in the mid-tempo. The forward roll is back. Travis is back. Elizabeth's still hanging on. Jeffrey Boyle is here. Todd Schmidt from the Jersey Shore hammering on the old banjo. Cool. All right. I understand that, you know, the slow jam has a lot of appeal because folks like to take it easy, but, you know, we gotta get to tempo. So appreciate you all being here on the mid-tempo and hope you stick around for the fast jam. All right. Ginseng Sullivan. Hey, why not? I'm going to hang out in open position for this in the key of D. A song by Norman Blake. And I kind of admittedly do sort of the Tony Rice version. It's a slightly different set of chord changers. But it goes like this. In the key of D. 1 and a 1, 1 and a 4, 4 and 1, 6 minor and a 3 minor, 5 and a 1. So that's the verse. The 6 minor is a B minor, 3 minor is an F sharp minor, 5, 1. So again, 1 and 1, 1 and a 4, 4, 1, 6 minor, 3 minor, 5 and a 1. One more time. 1, 1, 1 and a 4, 4 and 1, 6 minor, 3 minor, 5 and a 1. Chorus. 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 4, 4 and 1, 1 and a 4. Flat 7, 1, 2 minor, 5, 1 and 4 and a 1, and 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1. So those little changes, it's a flat 7, which is the C, a 1, which is the D, 2 minor is the E minor, 5 is A. Right? Okay, and my kickoff is sort of like the Tony Rice kickoff. I sort of do my best. And it'll be a little quicker than we just were. But not too fast. Let's try it right about there. So my kickoff would go 1, 2, 3, 4. Some version of the melody like that. Okay, go ahead and kick us off on Ginseng Sullivan in the key of D. A 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now 3 miles from the Battail Yard at the river's curve on down, not far south of the town depot, Sullivan shack was found, back on the higher ground. Now you could see him every day just walking down the line, with an old brown sack across his back and his long hair down behind, speaking his worried mind. It's a long way to the Delta from the North Georgia hills, and a tote sack full of ginseng won't pay no traveling bills. I'm too old to ride the rails and I'll thumb the road alone, but I guess I'll never make it back home. My muddy water Mississippi Delta home. I got it. Winters here, they get too cold, and the damp, it makes me ill. You can't dig no roots up the mountainside, for the ground grows harder still. You got to stay at the foot of the hill. But next summer things will turn bright, companies will pay high. I'll make enough money to pay my bills and bid these mountains goodbye. Then he said with a sigh, it's a long way to the Delta from the North Georgia hills, and a tote sack full of ginseng won't pay no traveling bills. I'm too old to ride the rails and I'll thumb the road alone, but I guess I'll never make it back home. My muddy water Mississippi Delta home. Play. It's a long way from the Delta to the North Georgia hills, and a tote sack full of ginseng won't pay no traveling bills. I'm too old to ride the rails and I'll thumb the road alone, but I guess I'll never make it back home. My muddy water Mississippi Delta home. My muddy water Mississippi Delta home. Okay. So I did mention that I kind of do the Tony Rice version, but I do the Norman Blake words because it's a long way to the Delta from the North Georgia hills. Like Tony got those backward because he's in the North Georgia hills. He's trying to get back to the Delta, right? So so I try to sing it that. I got it backward on the last chorus like Tony did. But typically I say it's a long way to the Delta from the North Georgia hills. And a tote sack full of ginseng won't pay those traveling bills. He's trying to get back to his muddy water home in the Mississippi Delta. Okay. Norman Blake, it's kind of like, you know, you hear John Prine interviews and he'll tell you the story about what he wrote the song about. It's something he actually experienced. And same with this. Norman says that was about an old ginseng digger that he knew, that they call Ginseng Sullivan. So apparently that is a true story. Gray Eagle. Hey, so someone brought this to my attention recently. Hey, didn't you do a version of Gray Eagle? I sure did a version of Gray Eagle. And it had been quite some time since I had played it. But I recorded this on my first album back in 2006. And it was an all-star cast on this one. We had Missy Raines on bass, Chris Henry on mandolin, Casey Dreesen on fiddle, Chris Pandolfi on banjo. I did have snare drum on that recording. Steven Sandifer played the snare drum. And I really like this version that I did. And this actually got a little bit of mileage. It was on History Detectives on PBS a couple times. It got used a little bit. Sent me a little bit of licensing money there through the years. So there's 3 sections. And the third section is kind of like the first section. This is sort of like the way Huckleberry Hornpipe works. But here's how I do it. The changes of the A part are the same as the changes on the C part, is what I'm saying. And it changes in the B section. So the A part is a 1 and a 1. It's in the key of A. Sorry. So here's the A part. And a 1 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 and a 5 and a 1. 1 and a 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 5 and a 1. That's the A part. The B part goes and a 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 5, 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1. Da 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 4 and a 4 and a 4 and a 4 and a 5. 1 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1. And then the C part, like I said, is the same as the A part, but you do this kind of big flourishing arpeggio thing. So that's it. You're going to hear it when I kick it off, and I'll play all 3 sections. And why don't we do it? Let's go ahead and do it all 3 times through. We have time to do that. So I'll play an A, B, and a C. You play an A, B, and a C. I'll play an A, B, and a C. You play an A, B, and a C. We'll do that 3 times each, and then you tag it at the end. And let's see where the tempo is. We'll keep it, we'll take it up just a skosh. Here we go. Gray Eagle in the key of A. I'm going to kick it off. Okay, by the time we got about to the second time through, I got solidified on what the chord changes really are. So the A part and the C part are ever so slightly different. And I had to kind of sing the melody in my head to hear that. So the A part. 5 and a 1. 5 and a 1. That's the A part. The B part is 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 5 and a 1 and a 4 and a 1 and a 4 and a 5 and a 1 2 times through that. And the C part is 1 and a 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 5. 1 and a 1 and a 1 and a 5. I think I might have made one of those rounds clean, but that's something I need to kind of work up again. There was a time when I would play that consistently clean, and there will be another time. So fun to start working up that tune again. Gray Eagle, often known as Gray Eagle hornpipe. Okay, Travis asks, any chance you could do him and Emma walk? Okay, I did that in the slow jam tonight, Travis. These sets are predetermined. They're all kind of posted the week before, so everyone knows what we're going to play. But you can go back and see that in the slow jam. It'll be a slow version of it. And there are lots of these in the archived sets that have the Hand Me Down My Walking Cane in the mid-tempo jam. So you can find those on the YouTube channel. Hello, Jim Fox, joining late from Folsom. Okay. Thanks, y'all, for being here in YouTube land. And here in Facebook land, we still got some folks picking along. Okay. So a couple more songs here. Hard Hearted, a little tribute to Jesse McReynolds. Classic Jim and Jesse song. In the key of A. And let's see, I'll find the tempo first, and then I'll run you through it. So this will be... Let's see. We're moving up a little bit in tempo. Okay, so the chorus, we're going to be picking on the chorus on this one. It's that little 4-1-5-1. So in the key of A, the chorus goes 4-4-1-1, 5-5 and 1-1, 4-4 and 1-1, 5 and 5 and 5 and 1. So that's what we'll be playing. That's what we'll do the kickoff and the breaks on. And the verses go like this. 5, 5, 1 and 1. 5, 5, 1 and a 1. 5 and a 5 and 1 and a 1. 2 dominant to the 5. And then you're right into a chorus. Okay, so go ahead and kick us off on that chorus. Go into the 4 chord. On Hard Hearted, Heartbreaker, in the key of A. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Break. Fun song. Just a good old song. Of course, Old and in the Way had their version. And that's pretty much the Jim and Jesse version there. Okay, last song on the set is going to be Love of the Mountains. This is for my friend Deb Pavick in Durango, who requested this one years ago, and I've been including it in the jams here and there ever since. So we'll be in B flat for this one. I'm going to capo 3. And play G position. So this one goes 1 and 4 and 1, 5, 4 and 1, 1 and 4 and 1, 5 and 4 and 1. That's the whole thing. I'll find a tempo here. I actually like this one, just a tish bit slower. So my kickoff might go like this. 1, 2, 3. Not super clean, but there's the idea. Okay, go ahead and kick us off in the key of B flat on Love of the Mountains. And I hope you're singing harmony with me on this one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Above the mountain, always reaching up toward the sky. Remind me of my mama and my papa. Lived there 80 years before they died. Now a bright moon shining in the valley, an old wagon leans against a stack of hay. 2 graves on the hillside by the cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. The burning of the greenwood on the fireplace, snow falling round the redbud tree, the branches of the laurel on the creek bed, the rippling waters of the gentle stream. Now a bright moon shining in the valley, an old wagon leans against a stack of hay. 2 graves on the hillside by the cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. Papa used to talk about the young days when he and Mama first settled there. He talked about the love of the mountains that he and Mom first shared together there. Now a bright moon shining in the valley, an old wagon leans against a stack of hay. 2 graves on the hillside by the cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. My mom and dad are resting there today. Okay. Wow, that was a wham bam mid-tempo jam. Thank you all for hanging with me. At 1/4 past, in about 25 minutes, we'll start the fast jam. So I'm going to get up, stretch a little bit, and start warming up the fast tempos. And I hope you do that as well. It's going to start kind of right around here where we left off and build from there. And this is a great exercise, whether you think you're in that ballpark or not. It's important to get used to the fast tempos. So hopefully I'll see a lot of you back on the fast jam. As always, appreciate the donations and appreciate you being here and staying connected. Okay, see you in about 25 minutes.